I think we're good. I think we're good. Yep. Desktop audio should be good as well. It's just like really soft because, you know, the prelude to Final Fantasy XIV is a very soft and melodic tone. And that's a spam call from Ontario. Just ignore that. Just ignore that, chat. Let me just... Probably fine. Hey there, heroes. My name is Hero Girl. I'm your friendly local neighborhood hero tuber, and I'm here to let you know that if I can draft Pioneer Masters, get almost everything I need, then you can too. Helen, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. Alright. I will move my model just a little bit. Could probably go bigger if I like... But like... What's even the point of that? What's even the point of that? I finished drafting last night. I ended up going like 5 or 6 drafts deep. The only rares I'm missing after spending like literally all of the wild cards that I got from buying those boosters, and also any that I cracked on the way, like a couple of hate cards, Soul Flare. Oh, I should craft Pia and Kieran Nallard. Hate, Nest, Pelucanost, a couple of green draw spells that I should probably get at some point, an Ashen Rider, 5-color Brindalite that I'm never reasonably gonna actually play, and then Haven of the Spirit Dragon. Like, rare-wise, we're doing A-okay. Mythic-wise, I am cooked. Like, look at all these heckin' mythics. So, like, forget that I already have a copy of Xenagod, right? Forget that I'm not going to grab Maze's End anytime soon. Forget that we have a copy of Sun's Champion and Dark Realms already because we have the furry versions. We have the fursuit versions from Bloomburrow. And there's still an ass load of mythics that I want to grab for the collection. So like Narset, Omnix, Original Lily, Erebos, Johnny, Gideon, Ally, the Thassa, at least Architect, I thought, Jace, and the Stormbreath, Perforos, Baby Nissa. I do want to get like all the gods, like Athreus, Phoenix. Those are Lord. Slumgar, Big Garrick, Xenagoat, Karametra for sure. Progenitor Mimics is fun. 5-color Sarkon. Just so much stuff to grab. Okay, yeah. You hear the background music now. You hear the background music. Anyway, so I got super... Since I finished drafting last night, I got super hyper focused into updating and building decks. And it was bad enough that I had trouble going to sleep. And then when I woke up early and tried to go back to sleep, I couldn't. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be awake anyway, let's go ahead and like get some stuff ready for stream. So I'm currently in the middle of rebuilding Kalia the Vast, original Kalia. Trying to go for less of a reanimator route like I have with Zenith Seeker. Because I've actually realized that switching Kalias actually changes the synergy a whole freaking lot. And now it's like we have a pretty low creature count actually compared to Zenith Seeker. 20 creatures with some, and including some of the utility cards. So this one is very much still in the blueprint restructure phase. So it's like you've got Grief, 3 protection cards, it's 5. Yeah, only 15 actual Kalia targets, which is pretty light, all things considered. But I'm trying to get to this deck to a point where I can be very streamlined with the quality of the cards that we're flashing in with Kalia. And like everything else just needs to be draw to reload, plus hand attack, plus ways to give haste. So we're gonna be playing Kali a good amount today. And we'll probably be going for a few hours since we will be going out to do so. It's my wife's birthday weekend. It's my wife's birthday weekend. Happy birthday, wifey! Okay, I got to update Liliana, got to update Derevi, Feather, Sigarda, Kiora, Squee, got the Farika deck built, Clothis. There's so much. And I still have like a bunch of other decks that I'm going to be updating and upgrading as we go too. There's so much. You have no idea how many, how much Pioneer Masters lets me do. So like, let's stop yapping and get to playing. I'm actually gonna start this with some fish action. I went ahead and put a time warp into Kiora. I ended up not really changing as much as I thought I would originally. I thought I'd be putting in like a new Kiora from not new Kiora, Born of the Gods Kiora, the original Kiora when she made her debut. I thought I'd be putting her in, but I couldn't quite find what to put in. Mr. Miller playing Lathro Blade of Elves. Delighted Halfling into Harrow. This is black-green elf, so they might have like a fatal push, but I'm on the play, so I'll take this. Let's just go Halfling. Hold up Harrow, grab green-blue. And don't think I needed Strange here. Hold on to everything. Ideally, we can draw a land off the growth spiral. Pretty cool. Alright, so we'll go ahead and crack the wooded foothills. It doesn't matter if they kill the halfling response now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, we lose the creature, but we still get the mana, so, like, you lost your window to do anything about that. Alright, sacrifice the forest, grab forest and island. And get the island. Excellent. We can play Kiora next turn if we draw not another island. Unfortunate. Pass the turn then. Well, at least we can cast Kiora running into Serpent. That's pretty. Yeah, sack the forest, grab 2 islands, put those into play. Oh wait, no, I fucked up. Now I only have 1 green. Fuck. Shoot. I should have gotten at least a forest. Fuck. Only having the 1 green forest means we can't play the Great Henge. It means we are now like super hamstrung. I will pop the time warp just to like get a redraw. They're playing elves, but they're not playing any elves. So that tells me they might be sandbagging what? A languish? Hey, oh, there's an elf. Hey, that's an elf. Cultivate is... See if we can go ahead and get like a free attack in. Then I am going to go ahead and take the time warp here for the redraw. Command tower. Perfect. Because now I can go ahead, play the Great Henge. Go combat, swing in. Cultivate to get both my force back. Everything's coming up Kiora. Okay, destroy the Great Henge. That's unfortunate. But the damage should already be done. Like, we've got 5, 6, 7. That's enough to cast Coma as is. And Coma's going to be a lot stronger than Vornix. 6. They have 6 mana. This requires 8. I would have liked to have had the Great Henge still on here. What was this? Return to Nature? The naturalize, accept it can exile a card from the grave. That's actually really good tech. I like that. There's the Somberwald Sage. I can hold on to the forest in case I hit like a tireless tracker. I think I that. I think I'm about that. Hey, tireless provisioner. That's what I meant. I meant tireless provisioner, Vegeta. Alright, now they have exactly one window to try and kill Coma before Coma goes wild. And they get it. Well, we got one more. Losing out on the Great Henge hurts a little bit, because that helps refill our hand so we can keep casting more stuff. Inferno Grasp on the Provisioner. Yep, okay, that works. And, oh my god, that is really aggressive. They just had, like, auto removal? That's so weird. Why play Lathril? Alright, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can play Serpent into Somberwald Sage. I think I like that better than just playing out the Swimmer, because after burning through all that removal... Oh, Monstrous Vortex is really tempting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this is an untapped land, though, I think I have to do the Monstrous Vortex. That's probably what gets us closer. Does not give Merfolk evade, correct? Alright, so they have an untapped land. Vorinclex gets to transform, and they get to grab any 2 creatures. It is not, they only have the Surveil. It means we get to go ahead and tap Somberwald Sage for big numbers. Tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10, you gain 10. Makes elves equal to the amount of damage that she deals. So I guess this is just like green-black control with Lathril as the win condition. Into the north, though. Let's go ahead and just QQ this. So that's 6, 9. Alright, so we can Psych Rift, Brainstorm, Uprising. Uprising probably draws us more cards. I think so. Vorinclex does get to flip next turn unless we Psych Rift him. I think it's Uprising because that's just going to draw us the most cards. I mean, Vorinclex can transform now. But unless they hit like a Kogla or something that can fight, then... Okay, so they hit a Vorinclex. Vorinclex doesn't do anything. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't hit anything that actually does anything. Because again, with the Serpent of Yawning Depths out, they can't block. Which means the Nimbus Swimmer just, like, gets in for game. GG. They went really hard aggro on Provisioner and the 3/3. I wonder why. Like, so they use a Murder and an Inferno Grasp and then a Feed the Swarm. Like, I just, like, absolutely Murder Coma before the trigger resolves. But, like, why burn Grasp and Feed the Swarm? The Tireless Provisioner I can kind of understand, since the treasures that she makes does provide a lot of boost. But, like, if they just kill the Serpent of Yawning Depths, then they have removal for the Nimbus. Now I can't push. And I'm actually, like, kind of stuck because I haven't drawn any ways to refill my hand since they did actually blow up the Great Henge. So, like, you know. Although I guess it probably would have gone a little better for me if gotten rid of my cores oh, what's the word that they let us use nowadays? You know, for when you're being a silly Billy. Ah, the hell with it. Which can't stop me. Bimbo. Like an absolute bimbo. Ashnod Flesh Machinist. This usually wants to ramp up into like Paradox Engine. It's gonna be super aggro too. I need something better than a Brainstorm and 2 lands. Lord Coast Serpent can slow down. Safekeeper is good against removal. Plus we have 3 different ramp spells. I think this works. I'm so leading off on an elf that we can use the trade now. I do go basic here. Very specifically because they could always go into Winter Moon and try and slow us down that way. Yes. I'm gonna take the hit. It is like just so huge. Suddenly go cultivate, redraw. The Herald only gets us 2 mana left over. And then next turn we can drop the Safekeeper. Yep, there's the Bloodghast, there's the Ashnode. They're on full swing. Ugh, disgusting. And there's a Thran Spider too. Yep, like 3, 4, 5. We have a lot of mana. They have a lot of mana. They have so much heckin' mana. In fact, I could play Cure here. Unfortunately, that doesn't do enough. I think what I need to do is potentially Harrow, Restoration, bounce with the Sword Coast Serpent. Notably, if I play the Sword Coast Serpent as an adventure and then play as a Serpent later, I don't get to use Cure's effect off of that. So let's try and map this out real quick. So we spend 3 mana on Harrow. We get 4 mana total. That lets us play the Restoration, but does not let us use the Sword Coast Serpent. So play a Safekeeper that can trade later. Pass the turn. You can also like potentially block with the Elvish Mystic, and then use the Harrow. Yep. Bloodghast. They could even just be going for like Bolas' Citadel, and that is also like stupid spooky. Not that. It's also probably just like way too. So many Power Stones. I mean, theoretically, we could potentially snowball this. Okay, so they're gonna go sacrifice 1 forest because we're gonna go get a new one. In fact, let's grab 2 forests. And then we'll Restoration, sacrifice a forest to grab a forest and an island. Like, damn, would you look at that? That's so much. This leaves up Solar Coast Serpent if we really need it. Gives us the chance to potentially play it next turn. Yep, 7. They're gonna look top card of the top 4. Hope they don't hit the Bolas Citadel. They chose not to replay Ashnod. Wait, is it just like you can grab any one of them? You. That's Sundering Titan, all right. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna go down to 6 with this because they just blew up 2. You're gonna hit my untapped lance, right? Like a good player? Yeah? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even get to float the mana. Did not even get to float the mana. Oh, that is dirty. That is so goddamn dirty. Diabolic Intent to blow up even more. Alright. That's what they're doing. Oh god, I didn't even have a chance to respond. Did I? I must have just clicked past it. I mean, like, playing the serpent as a creature now is actually how we win this. I could grab the Varels to try and grab 4. See, there's 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's just go boop in. And then let's just see them play Paradox Engine. That's what they're going to do. Epic game. Oh no! God Pharaoh's Gift. Beginning of combat of your turn, exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. Which means that they just get to play the Sundering Titan, which nukes 2 more of our lands. Oh, that is dirty as hell. So, like, we just lost all of our blue. Yeah, that would have been the trigger there. Nope. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty slick and devastating. Like, as soon as that thing leaves, that's all she wrote. Actually, I'm going to decline. I'm going to hold on to this because I just need the breeding pool to live. This is like a block. Hold on. That's 6 power. He keeps the Thran Spider under control, I guess. But then also there's it turns it... there's just no winning here. There's no winning here. Unless we somehow, like, manage to claw our way back in. Okay. Yep. Okay, what's the rub here? What's the rub here? I guess they get the exile and turn it into a 4/4. Yep, they do get it back. Okay. Guess it was just a free attack. They do get to cast Ashnod again, which is obnoxious. Yep, there's Maze Mind. There's other Kiora.
Let's dive right into battle.
I don't know how valuable this is going to be, though. I'm not playing the breeding pool because I need a blue source. The Elvish Mystic is a green source for us. Yep, swinging everything at her. Sacrifice. That does also make us like discard at the next Midas. Might as well eat the bullet now. Yep. Activate the draw. It's gonna be really hard to win. But the Sundering Titan is gone now. Means no more blowing everything up. They blew 8 of our lands up off of this. Absolutely disgusting. But they have Say's Blessing, so they do get the draw of that. And I will... No attacks. No, I need to attack. I can attack now for free because this is just like Vigilance. There's no more 4/4. I'm not worried. I just need one thing to start going off. I could potentially block Ashnal again with the Elvish Mystic, but I think I need to hold on to whatever mana I have. Yep, I am so far away from casting Regeneration. No blocks. You're always gonna take it like a champ. Now the 4/4 also just like blocks Kiora. Ah, there's the Worm Coil. I think that's what wins in the game. What an absolutely nasty deck. Unfortunately. Did I thin out too many of our lands with that? I think I did. Holy shit. I'll call that GG. Can't lose the game if the opponent can't play cards if they don't have lands to play them. Ulak fused Atrocity. It's been a while since we've seen Eldrazi. Quandrix Apprentice, Paths of Tunnel. This is the 5/1. You can pay 2 colorless to copy Eldrazi spells and triggers. Copy all spells and then... I think this works. Go ahead, lead off on Island. Probably should lead off on like Scalding Tarn, I guess. I don't think they'd be playing Winter Moon. Probably fine. This can still grab like a shock land if we need it to be. Solar Transformer, okay. This bounces creatures. That is Command Tower. This is gonna be a slow start. This is factually a slow start. And Ulak is like 5 mana regardless. 5 mana 2/5. Using Pass on any of the Eldrazi gets really icky. I should have thought about that. Good news is Pass the Twin Veil can return Quandrix to our hand if need be. Alright, that is Guardian Eye. Also, I don't know why I have these old borders on my fetch lines. I thought I turned those off. I can hate the old border. Misty Rainforest, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. I think I need to grab that so I can play. This is just like the slowest start we've had all day. It has like some of the highest upside because we have Deep Fiend and Tolarian Terror. It's like Rift? I mean, yeah. Better on the Apprentice than just like, you know, on Kiora here, right? Or like any overloaded. Maiko spawn kicked. What is with everyone aiming for my lands today? No, seriously. What is with all the land hate? Yeah, so we're definitely not using Twainville on the Maiko spawn. Didn't have anything. Grab Snowland. I'm gonna cry if this ends up just being a repeat of last time. Yep, we'll take the 3 on the chin. Yep. Alright, so there's Ulak. And then we are gonna bounce Ulak. No. We want target creature we don't control. We need to hit tower. Excellent. Perfect. Wait, this is search for a basic. Oh god, so silly. All right, so here's Kiora, and we have the Great Henge. Ideally, I can get the Great Henge down, and then start casting bigger and better things. The emerge cost on the Elder Deep Fiend is 7. Kozak's Unsealing. Ugh. So whenever they cast that thing that costs 4, 5, or 6, they get to make some spawns. When you recast a creature mana value 3 or greater, you draw 3 cards. So this is going to make them... Oh, Smothering Tithe. Okay, we don't care about it. Okay, so here's a cool trick. Let's go ahead, cast the Great Henge. They do get to just like make a bunch of treasures. I'm going to do my best to not care. This is how we win the Time War. Everything's tapped right now. Right. All right. Now, hopefully, next turn we get to go crazy. 7. You reduce the cost down to 5. The incubator is really good. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Okay. Not the worst. But I do want to get that Great Henge down. What is this? Whenever you cast color spell 7 or greater, exile return each non-land permanent you don't own to its hand. Okay. Yeah, no, we don't care about this. We're gonna make our green and we're gonna like it. Let's grab Factual Forest. Alright, that's 6. Now we can go ahead and start casting cards. This is how we keep up with, you know, just all the stuff. Inta's restoration is cool. I think because they very specifically have a way to bounce all our cards, we want ways to replay as many cards as possible. So let's sack the coast. We're gonna grab forest, forest, island. Oh, right, and they make more mana. Let's see if we hit the lottery. Resolve. I will pay this because there's just no reason for me not to. Attack with everything except the apprentice. Let them trade with the microspawn. I'm fine with that. Because the Cobra was like, I mean, if it's Emrakul, sad. Alright, so they have plenty of treasures. Is it an Ulamog? What is it? What is this last card? Okay, it's just a fresh striker, so they don't get to bounce. Yep, okay. And they lose. Fantastic. Okay. Oh god. This card scares me. Ugin's Binding. Return target non-land permanent you don't control. Whenever you cast a colorless card, value 7 or greater, you can exile it, bounce all of the non-land permanents you don't control. Like, that is, that's a lot. That is legitimately a lot. And yeah, the treasures just don't matter if they don't have gas to keep them going. Okay. So, fish deck doing A-okay. Let's try... Actually, hold on. I've got a question. Let's see. What was that song by Earth, Fire, Wind, Water? That was in the water. Let's see. Timber. No. Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's a great band. I'm gonna have to look at their repertoire songs. I'm starting to do the JoJo thing, where I start naming my decks after songs and bands. Although I could probably use the books and games too. I should stick with bands though, because then very specifically I can. I think this is pretty sure that's. Because then maybe I'll actually remember what these songs are called. Scalding Tarn goes first. Perfect. Oh, you gotta play the Scalding Tarn first because Yasharn right there makes it so that way you can't sacrifice nothing. Oh hey! It's an Elvish Mystic! You know what's great about Elvish Mystics? They heckin' die. Let's see, commercial... That one's Epiphany's not bad. I think I want to toss that for now. Alright, so let's just go ahead. Burn the elf. Always burn the elf. We can go Breeding Pool, Oracle of Alpha. Probably what I want to do. Ooh, Throes of Chaos. Okay. Now I want to play Averna. Because if we hit another land, we can play Throes of Chaos and start ramping. Oh my god, the opponent just did not have it. I'm going to hold the Prismari command so we can treasure. Alright, that's a Grazer. Does not put anything into play, right? Yeah, okay. So let's just go ahead and I will draw and discard and then also make treasure. Layer of cultivation. Probably don't need burn down the house now, right? I think it's kind of like playing like layer of cultivation is really tempting. I think I hold on to behold. I think I put back the wrath. Then I also throw out the tight. Hey, Lamau, perfect. All right, let's ramp. Voice of Fortunes, perfect. Shuffle them into my library. I will declare it. Go combat. Or Razor takes the hit. And the turn. I now have max hand size. Which is pretty great if you ask me. I can also throw chaos. Got one. I'm going to play out the confluence. Then I'm going to retrace the chaos. Because as long as we keep playing the throws of chaos, we're going to keep hitting our... that's awkward. Ah, well. Combat, punch in. And then I think I will just go ahead and foretell this. And then I can also play like Flare Cultivation next turn. Alright, so the opponent is finally on board with their Kami.
I'm always happy to take your money.
Brody Man, thank you so much for the sub. We're finally getting to try out all of our brand new Pioneer cards. Oh, rest in peace. Well, there goes my retrace. That means we don't get to use Uro either. Can I just like get there if I part the water veil, hit him down to 8? I might be able to. Love to be able to set them back another turn. Get that nightclub bouncer going. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take the extra turn. Like, I will play that as an extra combat step. And Chamil. Excellent. Alright. Broken Bond destroys Chamil. We hate to see that. But you can do that. That is a thing you are allowed to do. But Nightclub Bouncer with Thassa is going to get pretty disgusting here in a second. So... this is a neat trick. Then... yeah, let's pass the turn, bounce the Nightclub Bouncer, bounce the Rest in Peace. And then end of their turn, I'll play the Behold the Multiverse. Alright, that's a Signet. Am I a little tall right now? Oh, a little tall. Oh my god, the One Ring. That does save them for a turn. Nightclub Bouncer bouncing the One Ring. It seems almost like a nom. Fortunately, they just gave me like a bunch of other stuff to target with it. I do like Karanos. You know what? I'll take both of those. Use Fabled, get a red source, I think. Okay, then. Let's just go... Wait, hold on. Can I... No. I can't do any damage to them. Okay. Fair enough. So then... No attacks. Pass the turn. Nightclub Bouncer puts the Giver of Runes back into their hand. Now, Giver of Runes is going to cost 3. Sunfall would probably be the worst thing. They can't really play Rest in Peace just yet. If I aim this right, I could probably, like, spike it. I need to get Asfertol down. Alright, exiles an enchantment. Exiles Karanos. That's, pretty good. But now I can tap down the World Breaker and just win. Is it removal? Ah, it's flicker effect. No, she comes back after the fact. Yeah, fact. Nightclub, bounce, the Signet probably. I mean, they're gonna take one off the ring. How do I want to do this? Sphinx, huh? Sphinxy? Verse. Alright, they're down to 1. They're gonna die to their own 1 ring. We have just... They did a good job of, like, fighting and keeping us from, trying to get there. Yeah, there we go. But, like, we just, accelerated way too fast. I wonder if they thought that they could probably get away with getting their elf. Getting their 3-drops going. Because we had a Karuga deck. And they were like, what the fuck is this turn and burn shit? You'd love to see it. Also, I did not update this properly. Update my I swear, I think Turn and Burn was like literally the one card that I was most excited for in Pioneer Masters with regards to this deck specifically. Omniscience in the first round. I don't think that's what we want, but this also just has a Cas all cards forever. Necrobloom can accelerate really stupid fast, but if we have Clothis out, then it's okay. Depends on whether we hit the Vines Asunder or not. Star's Expertise is really good refueling. Great Henge goes down to 5. So we'll lead off on Commercial District. It's, oh, I think the opponent's reading my Averna. Oh, there's the Bajuka Bog. Alright, so there's the district. I'm going to leave the Sky Turtle on top. Sky Turtle is actually really good early interaction because it can bounce. So I can actually go... that's a Deathrite Shaman. Well, I might even just, like, use the turtle, bounce the Shaman. We are the second player, so we get to play the Captivating Crossroads untapped. Clothis comes down. Clothis starts eating the graveyard before their Shaman can. In theory, at least. Necrobloom wants to play a lot of fetch lands, so that way it can dredge a lot of stuff back. Spymaster Vault. Really? And, like, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to do this for tempo reasons. If they want to exile the Sky Turtle in response, they can. I'll give them a couple... Oh, really? Hell, then. Well, Clothis is on the board. I don't really have a reason to play Averna just yet. I'm probably better off adding Kuruga back to my hand. Ooh. I forgot that you were going to eat stuff out of my graveyard too. Curious. Let's go ahead and grab more, shall we? Now we can play the Great Henge, which is pretty nice. We can also play Expertise if we have something there. Bristly Bill. They didn't have the green mana they needed to eat the turtle. Ah, that's so true. Well, I guess neither of us get to have fun graveyard stuff. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Probably play the Great Henge, then add Kuruga to hand. That's probably about right. Captivating Crossroads is going to be, let's say, blue. Yeah. Now we can potentially play Rishkar's Expertise into Kuruga and then draw a ton of cards that way. The Billium? Yeah, good old Bristly Bill, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, they needed green so badly. Take the 5. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there a world where I can get anything else online? I don't think there is. Let's just go ahead, go to attacks. Now this potentially messes up the Expertise, but I think they just jump here. Good, good, excellent. Now let's go ahead and... I think I actually played the Intis Restoration. Oh, Hour of Devastation is actually pretty tempting too. Play Hour of Devastation, wipe their board. I can already play the Intis Restoration. I think it's Hour of Devastation. Have I run into any Tassigers yet? No, I have not. I've not yet run into the Taskman. So this is Hour of Devastation. It's not actually going to kill the Necrobloom. It will get rid of Bristly Bill and Deathrite Shaman. Which means that we do not have... Let's see. Black can exile instants and sorcery, so I can actually eat the Expertise. Let's lose a couple that way. But it does mean that Bristly Bill's not there. It means that they have to spend a turn to replay the Necrobloom. Which means, unless they have Force of Vigor, our Omniscience is good to go. Wait, no, I should have played the Intis Restoration. If I play the Instance Restoration while it's on the stack, I could have my key and eat it too. I didn't think about that. Whoops. Yep, so there's Nissa. Yep. There's more plant. But we're just gonna go wild because we have the Omni here. Could have gotten 3 basics, chat. 3 basics. Alright, there's Azusa. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Notably, Omniscience only lets me cast spells from my hand. I still have to pay for the commander. Look at the top X cards of your library. X is twice the number of lands you control. Put one of them in your hand, the rest in the bottom. I see. So this is kind of like the assemble the team, except it's for lands. That's actually not bad tech up. Yep. Let's go ahead and just like do this now. Sacrifice the mana confluence. Grab another island and all right. Let me just check this real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Let's just make sure nothing else happens. All right. First things first, we're going to go ahead and take it an extra turn. Then we're going to play Inferno Titan. We're going to shoot Azusa and one of the tokens. Then we're going to play Karaga, and Karaga will draw us a card for every other permanent we have. That's 3 or more, so that's Internal Titan, Lothus, Greyhenge, and Omniscience as 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the 2 extra cards we draw off of Greyhenge from 2 creatures come into play. GG's. GG's. GG's, Paul Kersey. GG's. No Tassigers yet, but the night is still young. Partly because I have been drafting all week. I've been drafting all week. We got exactly 1 7-0, which with an alright blue-red deck that was splashing white for Metamai. It was actually kind of cool. I enjoyed it. And now we are... I think I might be taking... Nah, it might be the week after next week. So Trailblazer Outcast gets a redraw. Greyhenge. We can Trailblazer into Greyhenge, actually. I think this is enough. The River... It's against Soul of Windgrace, which sucks a lot. Because he can steal our fetch lands. But we do have a River's Rebuke. I'm going to just kind of hope that we can Trailblazer into Greyhenge, which means that we'll need to use the Bloodstained Mire to Surveil. Try and dig for that 4th land. Or we can just, like, you know, naturally pull the command tower. Yep, that's an Into the North. Bloodstained Mire. Let's grab... We got double green. Let's grab... blue. That's right. I don't like putting the land into the graveyard when Windgrace is right there, especially when it's on color for them. But if this works out, then we can start Pulling in some extra cards. That's Crucius. That's Crucius, chat. What the hell? They can just, like, discard their lands, turn them into... Lose or reanimate? Oh, there's our burn down. Alright, this will give us an extra green. Our Great Henge. And then set a stop to their end step so that way we can just, like, tap the Great Henge in response to whatever we do. I'm also, like, perfectly happy just playing Averna as, like, a divination. Assuming that either of these survive. Which, given that they're enjoined, not very likely. Like, worst case... Oh, no, don't tell me it's fucking Casualties of War. No! The blowout! Thanks, I hate it. The blowout was too strong. There's Shamil if we can get this to work. We are now stuck waiting for our 5th mana. This is what? Discard a land. You get the effect? Yep, and of course they take my command tower. Of course, of course, of course. Like, ideally, I get Time Warp down after Chamil. I can't even flare unless I play Averna first. Which, like, hey, that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Go ahead and get green and also green down. Burn the house down first, probably. We're just gonna take too much damage otherwise. I mean, theoretically, Chamil also pulls us back in, but at this point, I think that they're just too far ahead. Oh, there goes my fucking Chamil. Like, it's not impossible, but, like, I just got blown the fuck out. Like, this is 8 damage. I can part the Water Veil for a redraw. That's not nothing. Not ideal either. I could play Averna as a blocker. Soul of Wingray still gets in. Currently at 4, 5, 6. This would be 8. I think I have to play Heroic for the redraw. Like, anything that just, like, draws me into a new Wrath. Casualties of War. It's a good card, folks. But the Thought Distortion. The Thought Distortion is what's doing me in, because otherwise I get the Wrath, I get to set up, I get to try and catch up. Nope, just all the value. That's 5, 6, 7. There. And all they need is one removal spell. Alright, yeah, that's GG's. That's what we call an ass kicking. Opponent had some crazy draws? No, opponent had Crucius. Opponent had Crucius to, like, just gas for days. and also a casual. But like, you know, they probably top decked at least some of that. By the way, folks, how's me not using the chair? I decided that that this actually kind of works out okay because then I obscure less of the screen. Taking a look. Athria's Shroud Veiled. This is no, this is not. This is Theros. This is the one that whenever a creature with a coin counter on it dies or goes into exile, it comes onto their battlefield. Absolutely. Got him also. We can hit at least 3. Rhythm of the Wild is good. Although we're not really worried about like things being countered. Bloodbraid Elf means that we might go Avern. Kind of depends. Like, Black White is going to be really heavy on removal. If we can get this going, we're stacked. Yep, there's one Power Stone. Okay, so I can play Rhythm of the Wild and start smashing in. I think that's what I do. I think I play Rhythm of the Wild so that way we can start getting like some beats in while they're trying to do removal stuff. And I think rather than trying to play Avern and get value off of the Bloodbraid Elf, we just go straight into Bloodbraid. Especially with Junji Ito out. Yikes. Just kind of gets us closer to playing Emoti, Nightclub Bouncer. Solve the equation is cool. Firecraft. No, that's 4 damage to any target. It could go towards their face. Could go towards the Merc Convert. I think it just goes to their face. And then you already have haste, so you can go ahead and have a +1/+1 count. I was hoping to hit like a Cultivate or something. But 4 free damage to the face is not bad. They've got 2 cards left. 1 card left. One of them is Guardian Idol. I have to worry about the dragon. Yeah, you don't want the Bloodbraid. You want to put it on the dragon. That is better card. Okay. Here's Risen Reef. Risen Reef can also have a +1/+1 counter on it. That's... Whoops. We're flooding out. Or, no, we're not flooding out. We're jamming. We are jamming. We're being jammed. I have to play a Vernon next turn just to, like, potentially hit a land. Good news is they have 1 card out left. Coruscant, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. Happy Pyadoro to you. Slagstorm, 3 damage to each creature or 3 damage to each player. Okay, do they kill the Risen Reef in response to Averna? I don't think so. Why? I don't think the Slagstorm's going to help me out here, although... What catches me up the fastest? I want to hold on to the Primetime because I need to accelerate. Slagstorm, if they steal a bunch of my creatures, this is a way I can get it back. I think I probably don't have time to set up with Behold the Multiverse. I can Choice of Fortunes to try and like hit a land. Right now, Junji Ito is the primary thing keep them from being beaten down. And then if we manage to cast Emoti, we start getting... Oh! They do get the Risen Reef now. Yep. Authority of the Consuls. That sucks. And they can just swing with their dragon now and start beating things. Or their god. Or the Gosh Stained God card. This does not have a coin counter on it. I lose 2 life either way. Take it all. Like, at this point, I'm so freaking jammed that if I don't hit literally anything, I'm boned. I mean, this happens, right? I mean, I guess I could have used the solve the equation to grab a Wrath sooner. Choice of Fortunes. Hope I hit a land. I do. Does this catch up in any way whatsoever? I can block the Massacre Worm. I take 3, 7, 12. No, that's lethal. That happens. Nissa Resurgent Animist. Okay. Like an actual factual go hard ramp deck. A Magma Opus makes this alright. Plus we have Cultivate and Garrick's Uprising. Sure. We can go Commercial District first. Then... let's see if we just like hit a land off the top. Yes, perfect. Now the Fabled Passage can come into play untapped. We'll discard the Magma Opus to make a treasure. Start ramping with the Cultivate. There's Delighted Halfling. I don't want to use the treasure just yet, so we'll be cracking this for probably Forest. Probably Forest, Cultivate for blue and red. Yep. There's our Devastation. That's a good reason for me to hold off on cracking that treasure. So go ahead. Here's Cultivate. Put in Island and Mountain. Make sure the mountain goes down. And then they've got options here. Like, this is going to give them a land, so they could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Mossborn Hydra. Okay, that needs to be wiped out, like, immediately. That's really going to be double the amount of counters on this creature. Chat, can I be real with you for a second? I have never been a fan of, like, any sort of Hardened Scales effect or deck built around +1/+1 counters. I just have never enjoyed the physicality. Verna seems pretty slow. I mean, yeah, Verna is slow, but like, there's so few Cascade cards here that you're not really like doing anything huge with a Verna to begin with. Okay, was not kicked. Was not kicked. Please tell me that you're not gonna do anything else. I need to wrath the board. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh boy. I have Island Ricky's. I need... let's go ahead and just play Island first. Yeah, Avernus slow. Like, this is a card that you play because you like the theme of playing with Cascade cards. Not because you want like a really fast aggro deck. But like that appeals to me. I really like the assemble your own Tinker Toy type stuff. Ancient Green Warden. God, I'm so glad they didn't have enough way to put that land into play. Also, the fact that she has 4 power means that she triggers a lot of effects like Garrick's Uprising, which I appreciate. No, I thought I got rid of you. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Let's do it like this. Let's play Averna. Let's crack you. Grab another green source, I think. Let's put in Bloodstain Mire. And then, ooh, solve the equation. Alright, so we can grab like anything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana, we have a Time Warp. I kind of like grabbing Rishkar here. Rishkar would draw us extra cards. This is only a problem if like they go absolutely crazy with doubling Mossmore Hydra triggers. But we're gonna get to Rishkar's expertise into Time Warp. And I just want to like keep trying to get some sort of value going. Probably cracking Bloodstain Mire too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. All right. That's a 4/4. That is scary. That is legitimately scary. Only 8 cards with Cascade on arena. Yeah. Like most of them suck. Most of the Cascade cards just like out and out suck. Mana Confluence, you say? We're already at. Let's just play it like this. All right, so we get to draw 4 cards, and then we get to play Time Warp. And then we also have Turn and Burn doesn't. Like if they block, we get to kill. If they don't, it's just three free damage. And then we can have Kogla fight the Mistborn Hydra again. Also, we have Garrick's Uprising to draw extra cards. I think we are doing pretty good. We got Storm's Wrath, which is not going to do like a whole lot. It's a big old green deck. Till end of turn. Gotcha. All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then, wait, hold on. Play Garrick's Uprising. I could get more draw. Yes. Here's more draw. Here's Monkey. And then, like, I'm so far ahead that I'm fine with trading Averna. That's really just the name of the game, is to, like, get ahead of your opponent. Because we're basically taking the first 2 turns off because of Karaga. They wouldn't play Nick those first. Vaultborn Tyrant. That is a good card. That is an insane card, in fact. Let's see. When it dies, if it's not a token, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's an artifact. In addition to its other type. And then Kogla can destroy that too. So then, yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, what? If it's not a token, create a token that's... Oh my god, because the turn removes its abilities. Duh. Duh. Doy. Kogla's already got to smash through, so is Blood Raven and Averna. So, like, at that point, all I really need to do is just, play play the Dracosaur and continue like speeding ahead. Putting the deck together was actually kind of a challenge. You can go, actually, let's go ahead and like pull the deck up now. So with Karaga, you can't play anything that's value 3 or greater. Like, it's not just permanents, it is literally spells too. So the obvious thing to do is to, go ahead and play cards that circumvent the mana cost. So that's your bottomless pool, because this has a mana value of 6. Turn and burn, which we just saw here, also fits into that. The adventure cards are really good for that. So you got Bone Crusher Giant, you got Slur Coast Serpent, channel cards like the Colossal Sky Turtle are here. We've also got Opening Carnosaur, which, the discard costs 3, but it is an alternative cost to be able to do stuff earlier. And then we also have some of the... Behold the Multiverse can foretell for 2, so that is something that you can do early on. Owlin's Epiphany is along the same way. And essentially what I've kind of been doing is tailoring this deck around the Cascade cards that are playable for this. So like there is Throes of Chaos. This is the card. You discard a land, you can retrace it from your graveyard. And then if Averna's out, you're basically just like recouping the land anyway, which is pretty great. These are cards made for each other. But then also there's a Bloodbraid Elf. There is Emoti. There's a 2-drop Cascade that we can't play because of Karaga. I think that's it. I think it's literally just these 3 cards that have Cascade. But the Throes of Chaos is, a retrace card. So you can keep playing it if all you do is draw lands. And then it always hits a card that I think can help recoup our advantage or help pull us ahead, basically. Basically, Throes of Chaos is supposed to go into a setup and stabilize card. So it can go into removal, it can go into ramp, it can go into card draw. It can also go into smaller rafts. I really, really wanted the Slag Storm because the alternate mode lets me burn players. Unlike the Brotherhood End, which can destroy the artifacts, I wanted rafts that could like either clear the board or they're going to be viable even if I've already played Averna. Sink into Super is a bounce spell. Brazen Borrower is another adventure card. As Foretold is a setup card that I think does a lot of work as soon as it hits 3. And like these are all the throws targets. But there's another sip to this, which is Chimil the Inner Sun. Discovered. Let's see. Averna does not trigger with Discover. She specifically names Cascade. But Chimil just kind of fits the theme, and I think it's really cool. I love playing Chimil and then playing into Time Warp so that way I can get more Chimil. It's great. So I wanted to make sure that any of the 4 or 5 cost cards were really strong stabilizers. Like there's Karanos, Acidic Slime, which, is usually a 2-for-1. Terror of the Peaks, Wrath, Mini Wrath, Wrath. A really good blocker and potential draw engine. Time Warp, Thassa. Nightclub Bouncer is so nutty. This card is insane, actually. More Wrath, Guardian Project, Hawk, Tortoise, Timeless Witness. Like, just really good stuff. I kind of wonder if I should get the Wall Eating spell. Maybe. Questions for later. Play one more deck with Averna and then start checking out the other one, because like already I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the additions from Pioneer Masters. One of the caveats was I took out the Planeswalkers. I took out like Domri and Kiora and all that, because if that's what Chimil hits, then it's just a Planeswalker that eats some damage. And like, there are scenarios where you're happy to gain the extra life. Throw that back. There we go, much better. Gotta try and hit that 3 as much as possible. Byleth World Sculptor. When it enters, make a plant for each basic land you control. Whenever a land enters, put 4 counters on a plant you control. Lovely. Sword Coast Serpent might be key. That's an elf. That's an elf, and I want to get some more cards online. Avert it into a Modi is a thing that we could potentially do. So let's go ahead and bounce the elf. Put them back tempo-wise. Both of these lands come into play tapped. The Sink into Stupor does not. I will gladly play the Mana Confluence, though. I'm going to hold on to the Sink to Stupor for next turn. Because now I can go Falls and Crossroads comes into play untapped since more time. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that into their hand. Like, we're just trying to, like, stall them out. They've hit nothing but green so far. Like, hey, great for us. Alright, so now we can go Emoti next. Hopefully we've stalled them out long enough that we can start getting our engines going. Because we can still do expertise into, like, say, restoration. Sacrifice this confluence to get some basics out. You control 4 more creatures, taps for 2. What the? Fecunda Green Shell. As long as you have 10 more lands, creatures you control get 2/2? Oh my god. Whenever Green Shell or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it on the battlefield tapped, otherwise put it in your hand. Oh my god, this thing's disgusting in the landfall deck. Where's my Wrath? Where's my Wrath? I will sacrifice Averna if it means getting to Wrath this whole goddamn board. Solve the equation almost gets there. It is almost enough. Because, like, 2 mana... Well, it's not a pry bar. Alright, there's the power 9. Alright. Time for pain. It's too late. I can't solve the equation. I was just one step too short. Well, I can at least attack with the... Oh wait, this thing has reach. Why does a turtle have reach? Is it the fact that it's shooting its little pollen things like a like missiles? Is that why? I could still like expertise into burn down the house maybe. I could also like solve the equation into time walk. Is that like good enough? Like, does that actually do anything? Oh my god. They already got their elf off the Spring Loom Druid. Oh my god, if I could just like Wrath right here, it's so much value. I think I sacrificed the Oracle. I think I'm willing to attack with the Oracle first. Just so that way we can try and dig an extra card deeper. This card has been so good. As Foretold is not what we're... Barnes Temporal Sundering. Well, once again, it is not a pry bar. I also had this Misty Rainforest to like reshuffle after the fact. Fuck. I have become error. Alright. Alright, I'm about to get my... oh, right! Forgot that Modi's going to... You know what? Uro doesn't get there. Right. Storm's Wrath. Storm's Wrath clears off everything, including the turtle. Yes. And I don't have Uro in my graveyard, right? I still have 2 mana I could potentially do something with. So let's go ahead. Play Uro. Play land. I already used Sword Coast Serpent, silly. Yep, there's Phylith. Now they get a bunch of tokens. That's a Tolly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So close. If I had played... Hold on. 8. That would be... Search for Tomorrow. That's 5. Gives me... Terror of the Peaks? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab Time. Now I get to play... Veil. Great Henge. Think I leave you alone. I think I play Restoration. And then I sacrifice Captivating Crossroads to get a mountain and an island. Is Tali gonna get a Mox? I hope not. I really, really hope not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 11. Is there a world in which I Terror the Peaks first? I think I just jam Dinosaur. Guardian Project, okay. Okay, and Restoration. I will take that. To sacrifice the Altawara, get like a real island. And then also a real forest. And another real forest. Which means this comes down. Means I probably just play the... I might play the Bone Crusher. I could play As Foretold here. No, I think what I do is hold up the Crusher Giant so I can shoot whatever land comes into play. But like, we did just like massively turbo our way forward. And if we can hit a Thassa to start blinking the Atali, even better. Yep. They second land. You get 2 more. If they put it all on 1 token, I can't do nothing about that, but like that's an 8/9. Atali can't do nothing about that. I could transform Atali, attack him as an 11. Like that is an option. Not enough people do that, I think. Oh hey, burn down the house. Burn down the house, swing in. Hold on. How much do I even have? I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. 13 is enough to play everything here, except for the if I use the Confluence. So, burn down the house. 5 damage to everything. Tear the Peaks. Draw a new card. Bone Crusher Giant. Take 1. 4 damage to that plant. Draw another card. Smash in for 7. Holy shit. That is like disgusting. Disgusting levels of like stuff to do. Risen Reef. I think I just want to smash. Yeah. Go combat. Swing. Win. Thank you for not pulling a Moxitali. Okay, yeah. I am happy. This deck is an absolute success. Like, it's weird. It's weird that Averna doesn't have like a lot of impact, but just being a 3 mana 4 power card is enough when she can get the incident value with things like Emoti. Like, it's great. And also she's an elemental, so she works with Risen Reef. Brugga is like also just an all-star here. There's been a couple of games where I don't play Inferna at all, but I just add Brugga to hand and then refill completely. Oh god. What was that? That was 10, 13 mana, triple play, draw 2, wipe your board twice. We did it! I've got my Teamer deck. Alright. So, let's take another look here. This is the one that I've actually been, like, the most touchy about today. I know that as soon as I'm going to start working on this, I'm going to hyper-focus on this for, like, the rest of the sesh. But it's Kali the Vast, and I've reworked the deck to be kind of like a combo deck rather than a reanimated deck. What I was finding was I was drawing my discard outlets, but then I was having a hard time actually like getting the creatures to pitch them, or I would have reanimation spells without a way to like get rid of the creatures in my hand. And I feel like Zenith Seeker actually just like smooths so much of that out. Basri Ket. Oh, this is gonna be so. We got Demonic Council, Bells Unlock, Night's Whisper. I think I can hold on to this because of the Night's Whisper and because Strike It Rich here. We can go Command Tower, Strike It Rich, Plains, Night Whisper, Reload. We're going to be digging for ways to give Kali a haste. Demonic Council, just searching for a demon to add to hand is exactly what we want. Although we have Bells Unlock in hand to redraw at least 1 card. Because mana value is 4 or greater repeat sets. So like he always replaces himself. It does make me want Rishkath and also Whip of Erebos. I'm so excited for Whip of Erebos here. You have no idea how just redonkulous this thing is. And it starts. I could go ahead and do Giver of Runes. I play that card now. Then I'm not playing anything next turn. But it's on sooner. No, next turn I play Giver, I play the Marsh Flats.
Come share bread with me.
They very likely have like a Swords to Plowshares. Part of what makes this scary. I ganja. Interesting. I can. So here's the Marsh Flats. I can play Kalia. Kalia does not survive. I could probably use the demonic console. I'm gonna grab a basic swamp here. And we're gonna grab Valgoth. We've got Whip. Valgoth already has lifelink. Well. One of these is going to the graveyard. And then Basri is gonna ult here in a second. If they can use Unwanted Remake on their Giver, they might not have it for Alia. Ooh. That's cool. Giver did her job of being exactly one removal spell. Ain't that the truth? Now, he makes them indestructible. I could play the Whip here. If I play the Whip, not only do I gain life, but I also get a little closer to just being able to do other things. I think Whip is what gives me the wiggle room. Potentially draw into a Boots card. Although Basri Cat going off with his ult is Yep, that's 5. Nope, okay. They really wanted to hold on to that, which works out fine for me. Here's the back street. I guess I could have just, like, outright played. Yes! Perfect. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and play Kalia. Because now what we can do is we can go ahead and silence the opponent. Like, yep. To the command zone. Yep. I have to remove the perpetual effects. And we are going to get run over by Basri Cat. That many tapped tokens. Like, you pop him. Yep. At this point, I just start hard playing all these. I really need more ways to, like, give Kalia haste. Wait, hold on. I began create a 1/1 soldier, then put a 1/1 token. God. Thanks, I hate it. And then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's completely different than what I thought it was. Oh god, that is so much worse for me. So I have 6, I guess. 6 mana. I guess I can upkeep recast silence. Oh, hey, I get the life back. Excellent. Well, that's something at least. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Yeah, that does make it so that way Potter can just like get in for a cool 8. Without me getting any sort of lifelink whatsoever. It is absolutely a thing that happens. Bitter reunion. Okay. Now that's something. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I had a 4-mana Kalia, this would be great. As it is, I guess I whip back Valgaroth. That doesn't seem like an amazing value. Alright, so let's do it with Linvala, I guess. Grim Tutor. That... I don't think that helps. I don't think Grim Tutor helps. That's currently 11, 14. Oh god, I hate that. I can... If I survive, I can Grim Tutor next turn, I guess. Yep.
I will not give up on my goal.
Uh-huh.
Mitra's word grows our cause.
This
Will support you.
said it before and I'll say it again. This sucks ass. Okay, I'm exactly 2, so I can't even play my Grim Tutor unless I attack first. Which, like, hey, you know what? Probably what I'm doing anyway. Go combat. And then this is what? Double black. I can grab... Wrath of God is probably the choice here. Yeah. God. Ah. I see you. Dark red on top. We're surviving purely because of the whip, by the way. 5, 6, 7. Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, that's game. Wait, no, not yet. Just barely surviving, just barely surviving. Staying alive, staying alive. I can put in Valgoth. In Belzenlock, perhaps? What am I doing here? I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. 9, 10. 11? That's enough to whip back Belzenlock and get Kalia going? I think I do that. I think I play the Crossroads, put on black, untap, Dark Writ. I think I play Kalia. I think I whip back Belzenlock. Teferi's Protection. Give Kali the haste because that's actually really important. Almost forgot. Hurt 19, but that doesn't matter. They have 7, 10, 15. Yeah, that's... We made a hell of a showing for as fucking botched as that was. Oh god. Like if we had managed to get the we managed to get Sarah's emissary. How many ways do we have to give Kalia haste? Like, it is just so important that she have haste. I don't have the I don't have mass hysteria yet. That would be a really good one here. Yeah, I just don't have enough ways to give her a... Like, there's the Arena of Glory over here. Alright, guess we're looking for more boots. Gain haste. And I'm not gonna play like the little piddling cards like Bloodlust Insider. Should be either an enchantment or an effect of some sort.
Support has arrived.
Holy shit!
Wait, give it
The
to me.
fuck just happened?
I can make bread with it.
Bread! Holy shit! Go goalie, thank you so much for the tier 1 subbies. Thank you.
You just went boom.
Thanks for the content. Keep it up. You are welcome. 07's in chat. Thank you. Holy shit. Well timed. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That actually feels pretty good. Oh god, that really hit the spot after after that last run. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoy your tier 1 subbies. Thank you. And remember, if you ever want to check out streams after the fact, you can always head over to YouTube, Hero Girls VT, where I am going to continue uploading small magic think pieces, as long as other game pieces that I'm currently working on. And then this is also where the streams are archived under live, because we are currently live on YouTube's. Remember, source you control deals non-combat damage. Choose a card perpetually. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets 2-0 and gains haste. Maybe Enduring Courage is like... Like, it's a creature that I can use as a blocker that turns into haste. I just wish we had, like, Dragon Tempest. For real. Hall of the Bandit would be another really good one. Am I actually willing to play... Actually, you know what? As much as I hate it, I think I have to play Drawbridge. It blocks early on. It gives Kalia haste. It's colorless, so like you can play it no matter what color you is. Oh my god. I think I actually have to play it. That's insane. Play that, and then also the Footfall Crater, because the crater can cycle itself. And then we have to cut out, what, 2 other cards? By the way, Phyrexian Reclamation. As long as we can get like a haste enabler out, Phyrexian Reclamation means that Kalia will always cost like pseudo 6. But then also with the Whip of Erebos, she gets life back. I cannot emphasize enough how much I love Whip of Erebos. Card is fucking cracked. We went pretty heavy on the 2s, that's fine. Celestis to help us dig for cards. Kind of like File Galadriel at some point. Leaving the Unburial Rites. Baron Terror is peak. Absolute peak. Fairy's Protection. If I had the mana open when we hit that, that would have been nice. Maybe what I should have done is play the Bells Unlock first. Maybe. Play the Bells Unlock first, see what the Teferi's Protection hits. Or see what they hits off of the Bells Unlock. Grim Tutor, Read the Bones. Those are our draw effects. I don't think we cut any of our draw because we need dig. Silence is very specifically I cast this and then use it as a chance to play Kalia uninterrupted. I do not have Orm's Chant yet. There is a double white version that you can play on the modular card from Strixhaven. That's a lot. I put a couple more Thoughtseize effects into the deck. Ephemerate is actually really great if you can get it together with, say, Runescarred Demon or Bells and Lock. This is like free redraw. Sire of Insanity is one of the new Pioneer cards that we have in here. And just has the potential to completely lock someone out. Unholy Annex drains 2 if we have a demon. Theoretically, we're going to have it. And it draws it like at the end of the turn, which is kind of cool. Is this a scenario where maybe I have to like cut Grief because it's going to eat another card in her hand? Every card counts. Maybe. Like, theoretically, I could cut Grief. I want to keep trying out Phyrexian Reclamation until I'm satisfied that it is not what I want it to be. We put in a push. Ah, a little hypey mode. That's cute. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Keep the Mox Hammer. Mox Hammer important. Soldier needed. Important for getting around the hexproof, especially for Narset. Oros Charm is a board protector, just like Teferi's Protection. Theoretically, I could swap out the Teferi's Protection for Flare, sacrifice the Kalia in order to keep everything else on board, give everything else hexproof. I don't know if that's correct or not. Can't like just spend all day in the theory chair. You just gotta like jam. And like the haste thing was an issue before, so you know, this isn't just me being like faster, faster, must go faster, doing my best Jeff Goldblum impression. Bonnie Paul Clear Cutter. Ramp. We go first. I can play Giver. I play Command Tower. Always play the Command Tower. Always. Play Giver. Demonic Council I can hold off until after Kalia is around, or at least ready. Read the bones. This is gonna be tapped, right? Put that on black. Bells and Lock. That's actually a really good target to leave up top. Has enchant land. This is actually going to be really awkward if we can't hit 5 mana. So then we'll play Read the Bones next turn. The Footfall Crater basically means that Kalia still costs 5. So 5 is what we need to hit. Bells and Lock. Looted Delta helps. Crashing Drawbridge means that we... but that's pretty much the same thing, right? It means that if we don't hit another land... I think I keep both of those, because then I can play Skrelv. I think I keep both of these because it means I can play Demonic Council and Drawbridge. It means I have 2 options to give Kalia haste. And then this is just going to be frickin' Nissa who shakes the world and ults in 3 more turns.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Well, that's Arcane Signet. Does that change anything? I don't think it does. I think what it does is puts me into a world of pain if we get into a land where demonic console. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Demonic console grab Valgoth does not grab any of our angels. I could go Signet into Skrelv, but I just want to have like the redundancy just in case. Dewari Disruption. Okay, so they were holding that for Kalia. Rude. And because they're playing blue, entirely possible that Kalia just needs the counter magic anyway.
The land fights for us.
And everything tasks for a double green. We're getting there. But it's like really, really awkward. Here's Urborg, which means now I can use the Forsaken to actually do something other than no. Why is Ottoman Tapper trying to like get around this? I will just scoop if they counter her. We're in this for the long haul, folks. We are in this for the long haul. Am I already playing Grand Abolisher? I am. I think I was relying on Brain Mat. Paladin class, theoretically another card that we could think about running. I've never actually played Kalia like this. Because Kalia is my commander deck, I've got her tuned for longer games for the mid-range runs. I don't run the CEDH version, where you just play an ass load of fast mana, try and resolve a Tutor Demon, and then like Adnaz combo. Drawbridge helps. Kasmina is... This is going to be like a Hardened Scales type deck, I guess. Doubling season. Have all our lands. So, yeah, let's Theater first. That means we can play Drawbridge. Cavern of Souls, perfect. We have a target with Kalia. That's big for us. We also have ways to hit any artifact or enchantments they play. Just, have to see how fast we can go. I can't believe this is the tech we have to run. Is this going to be Delighted Halfling? Yep, it's Delighted Halfling. It's always Delighted Halfling. When is it never not Delighted Halfling? And mounted into Read the Bones, I think. Like, we just need to be faster. Now, with the Cavern of Souls, we can go ahead and name, I think... Yeah, we name Cleric. We have some Angels that are Clerics. We have Giver of Runes, which is a Cleric. Grand Abolisher is a Cleric. Sometimes you can name humans. Like, sometimes your utility cards are humans. Okay, so they're going to explore. They can play 2 lands this turn. We're in the Temple of Mystery. Jack, can I just mention that I have actually, like, really come down on playing the temples and the tap lands. Alright, Read the Bones. I kind of like Wrath of God for insurance, and Rakdos is also a great card to draw into. And then it's just Cavern next turn. They might have a bounce spell. A bounce spell would get them there. Narset does mean that we don't get to draw additional cards. So we'll go with Bells and Lock. The only time it's not a halfling is when it's a Kami. Ain't that the truth? Aetherize? Well, Aetherize is really good. Creatures you control gain haste. They can actually like bounce in response. Alright. All attacks. Boom. Here comes Bells and Lock. This cool little animation. Draws me a Transformer. Thanks. Thank you. That's kind of helpful. Alright, Planar Genesis. They can hold up Aetherize. If that ends up being the case, then this becomes a turn where I don't attack with Kalia. I swing with Bells and Lock at Narset specifically so I can get my draw back online. Aetherize on Arena, that's right. That's right, baby. For 4 mana, you can return all attacking creatures to their owner's hand. It's just that easy. Yep. And then Narset goes down to 1. I would love to draw just like a Bolt or something so I can hit Narset and not have to worry. Need to play the Transformer. Up it a little bit. Stasis Field. Well, we have Wear and Tear to cover that, at least. But I guess Bounty Kalia isn't as bothersome. Although now they only have 4 mana open.
The ember that ignites an inferno. Focus on the future.
Like, they can't counter Kalia. They might be able to put her back in. Still want to play the Transformer, though. We also have Angel of the Ruins. I mean, ideally, we just, like, top deck Grand Abolisher. Demonic Council, grab Rune Scar, grab Infirmate from there. I wish. I wish. The CDH version of this deck is built around the 2-card combos, like Dual Caster plus Saw in Half. Get infinite Dual Casters with like an Impact Tremors or something like that. That's obviously not on Arena, so that's non-viable. Unholy Annex. Does it remove creature types? It does not. So then how do we want to do this? I can actually Ephemerate in response to the attack targets. Like, that is a thing that I could do. Yeah, let's go combat. Unfortunately, this does mean that they just, like, get this off. Okay. So Narset's just gonna eat it.
My mind needs
Works for me. Alright, let's go ahead and drop a Solar Transformer. I'll actually go ahead and hold up the Ephemerate, I think. Pass the turn. Because now they still have to hold up the Aetherize. That's 4 mana. That's a lot of mana. Solar Transformer. Alright, so there's Kiora. Casmina, pretty good. Specifically because she gives all the Planeswalkers the ability to +2. You know, kind of like my readers. Oh god, I should get like a Casmina cosplay so I just get +2s all the time. Oh god, are they running the Chain Veil? They might be. I would not be surprised if they're running Chain Veil. Oh wait, hold on. If they don't play another land... Hello. Let's see, if I do this... they're definitely not aetherizing right. I can also like tear it. Tear it's probably like better. But this does let me do it get the bells unlock again next turn. Now the aetherize is offline. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Alright, well... let's see exactly what it is they're thinking. Because this is lethal if it all goes through. They probably have like a bounce effect, right? They just go ahead, they bounce Rakdos. Oh, it's fog. Yeah, that would do it. -2? Aw, come on, guys. Come on, I thought we were cool. This absolutely needs to be placed on... and then... Alright. So I just drew 3 cards. And I got to drain them for 2. So like... we still have kind of the same issue that we did before though. Where Aetherize is constantly threatening. And now they're close to ulting.
Let's make this quick.
And... I'm sorry, what?
Every action has
Search your library for an instant sorcery that shares a color with this planeswalker. Exile that card, shuffle it, you can play without paying its cost. No! I didn't even realize! She gives all of hers. So now they just go ahead and grab... each player votes for time or money each time... okay. Starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each money vote... I don't think I come back from this. That's 3 turns in a row, and they get to just like Casmina again. Okay, yeah, GG's. Give them the deuces on the way out. I think we have some proof of concept, though. I think that, you know, despite the fact that our opponent was a filthy turns player, that we managed to get some actual execution in there. The threat of Aetherize. Well, how do you do, fellow Kalia players? We have the Braden and the Signet. We have Reclamation. We can even do that turn 1. I think we can keep this, but this is like really dubious. If for no other reason than because we don't have any payoff for Kalia, so we're just gonna be like waiting until we have 2 more pieces. On the other hand, we have Phyrexian Reclamation. So like we can get Kalia and then regrow Kalia over and over again, whereas our opponent may struggle a bit. Especially if their starting land is Shattered Sanctum. It is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and grab Black Red. Blood Crypt is not gas. Sign in Blood is kind of like gas. I could signet into reclamation. And now the sign in blood also just like draws more gas. Arena of Glory, and there's the Giver of Runes. Yeah, okay. This is where things get just a little bit awkward. I can play Kalia. Kind of want to play Kalia next turn. We're gonna have to kill the Giver this turn. How do I want this? I think this grabs a Sacred Foundry, so that way we're just never knocked off our color. And then I want to play Kalia and get her down like ASAP, but I think what this actually means is redraw with Sign in Blood. Caverner's Souls is pretty great. Here's the Crushing Drawbridge. Pass the turn. Which means now we can go ahead. Faithless Looting. Huh. So going for a bit of a reanimator version. I can dig that. Yep, there's Terror Peaks, there's Aurelia. There's the Flooded Strands, which means Kalia probably comes down next turn. Let's go ahead, name Cleric. Kalia could just like, also just like die. That's not cool. The Crossroads comes into play tapped. I think I just jam it. I think I'm just supposed to jam Kalia, go for broke. If that doesn't work, Reclamation her back. And then, like, we needed a second piece of removal. We did not find the second piece of removal. Yep, that's Lightning Bolt. Decline that trigger. All right. How big is their thing gonna be? Yep. Like, the worst case scenario, it is like just a Sarah's Emissary and we can't deal any combat damage whatsoever. Ancient Brass Dragon. Yep. Do anything about that. One. Okay, so they whiffed. Sucks. Scry, what do we get? Alright, so Terror of the Peaks comes down, Aurelia comes down, we're at 10 life. We're cooked. Give her the runes, literally does nothing. I mean, in theory, we were okay. No. Bro rolled a nat 1, he sure did. And then we do get to draw 2 cards off this at least. But like, they can also just like swing back. So I guess we'll see what they do. I'm actually just like a little tilted by this. Like, every time that we've tried to do this, our opponent has removal for days. The one time that we try and do it, like, we get fucking wrecked. I'm a little salty about that. Oh God. Rolled a nat 1 and he still won. He still won because I didn't have the double removal to get rid of both the Giver and Kalia. Maybe I should have like mulliganed harder then. Maybe it's imperative to find like just more removal. Nisso's Shadow Bows. Landfall Reanimator. We do have a Grim Tutor. We have a Read the Bones. We don't really have like... I think the Wrath of God actually makes us keepable. It's really slow. But I think the idea is that we can use the Wrath of God to like set them back while we try and get set up with both Read and Grim. Put the Crypt in tapped. We don't need to spend any more than we want to. Yes, I will gladly play a Lava Spur Boots early. Now Kali is effectively 5 mana. We just need to hit some sort of... I'm gonna read the bones before I tutor. Incinerator is not bad. The swamp means... The Incinerator's only good if we have stuff in the graveyard. But we will have, like, Grim Tutor. Well, no, wait, no. We'll read the bones. We'll read the bones. Like, that's acceptable. So, the Incinerator says, when it deals combat damage, collect evidence X, and then deal X damage to each creature and each planeswalker that player controls. They made a Skelly, and then picked it up. Well, that works, I guess. Getting the Thoughtseize means that we go Swamp, Thoughtseize, clear out any removal that they have. Oh no, we have the Blood Crypt out. We actually probably just like go Bloodstain Mire instead. I don't know. I mean, if it's just for the wins, like if I'm just playing for the dailies, I will gladly take those sorts of wins. Damn. We'll probably be wrapping up here in the next 20 minutes or so. In fact, let me go ahead and limit. My wife knows that way. Not just, out. Okay. This is the one that burns for 2 every time they play a creature. This hand is not going to get there. This hand can get there with the Crater. We have Angel of Ruins for cycling. It's going to be really, really rough, I think. Let's go ahead and get our basics, shall we? Like, it sucks that we're going to have to make sure we set up basics first. Gaze of Coilus makes this pretty good. I would love to get Avacyn down against this, because Mono Red has only... Ah, would you look at that? Ruby Medallion, okay. It's like Chaos Warp, and that might be it. This Mind Stone makes it work. Because now we have black, white. We'll have to use the blue to delta to grab a red source. Hopefully this isn't just Blood Moon and we still have a chance to... Ah, I should have grabbed the... I should have grabbed... beforehand. It doesn't matter. You're cooked. You are so cooked. All right, now we can go ahead. We'll go ahead, grab our basic swamp. Ah, no! I'm an idiot. Ah. I am an absolute doofus. This needed to be Shockland, so that way the foothills can be used to play for Kalia. I am so cooked. I am so freaking cooked. Alright, how do we come back from this? We have 2 mana. It's a red and a white. We need... Is it worth playing just to get Rip Apart out? Just to, like, slow them down a little bit? Maybe. Really? I think I just suffer. Oh, God. I am a dumbass. Okay. So then. How do we come back? We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Together. Alright, Rabble Master. Okay. Yep. Goblins. Goblins. Yep, goblins. This is just like... Oh my god, is this just like Porpho's goblins? Oh my god, it is. And I can't even do anything else yet. I'm cooked. If I don't draw a Wrath right this second, then I'm picking it up. I kicked the game! I kicked the game, Jet. Alright, that's on me. You know how sometimes you figure out, you solve a problem, and you're like, okay, so this is the first step, and the second step, and the third step, and then for whatever reason, your brain is like, okay, go straight to step 3. That is what has cost me more games than I can count. Okay, we're up against Luris of the Dream Den. Not a companion, so they can play whatever they want. Painful Bond makes this really painful. We do have like a Braid and Rip, like removal for days. I think we could do that a little bit better than that. Strike It Rich, Oros Charm, Wrath of God. If they thought sees us, not the worst. I want to say we might be able to do better than this. I'm willing to believe. Okay, Mox Amber, Ephemerate, Swift Boots. I think this works. I think we throw back the Mox Amber. No, the Mox Amber is how we equip the boots. Put back the Ephemerate. Let's see, Black-White means that Mox Amber is not safe on the board. It might be better with the Sentinel out, though. Okay, so we want to fracture the Esper Sentinel. Swift Boots come down turn 3. Yep, it's Chrome Sphere. That's what they spend their mana on. Yep. Alright, so I can cast Swiftfoot Boots now. They get the draw card off that. I think I fracture... then play Boots. Yep, there's the one. Play it. Temple of Silence. Now I have to, like, get Kali into a position where she can, like, put her boots on. And... not worry about it. So the Esper Sentinel replaces itself. Yep. Maybe it'd have been better to use the Fracture on a turn where we get Kalia set up. Alright. Play the Flutterstrand. Play the Boots here. Boots are down. Pass the turn. Now, the reasoning here is that they may go, oh, hey, they're gonna wait a turn to play Kalia so they can go ahead and play Boots. That's not what they're doing. Alright, let's go ahead and slow roll this then. Let's get Parlor. Ephemerate. Ephemerate potentially helps Kalia. Because then it means that she dodges removal. But it also means that we're restricted to... waiting until the next turn. You can go ahead, play the Sulfur Springs. We need to make sure that the Sulfur Springs taps for red, so that way the Plains gets ignored. Here's Iron Crag, because we can just continue slow rolling this. Like, if they're not going to do anything, if they're not going to develop, like, their board at all, I am A-okay with that. Now we can tap Crag. Naysayer, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're having a very, very wonderful Friday. Alright. So here's my secret cap. Here's Mox Amber. And then this does hold up white. Now we have enough mana to play around Mana Tithe. If they have a remat, I'll shut up. Decline. This will give me enough mana to use the Ephemerate again. Or re-equip the boots after the Ephemerate. Okay. So, if they have it, there we go. Now they could just like have a Wrath. And again, if that happens, really freaking sad. You know what? This already has Ward 3. Ward sack 3 non-land permanents. Like, it is just Wrath or Bust for them, but it's a Lurrus deck, so they probably have the Wrath. And if they do... I don't know what to tell you. Alright, so this gets to the States. They paid full price on this Baleful Mastery, by the way. And they didn't have a second one to try and, like, stop Kalia again. So, Wrath of God? Damnation? No! Dire Fleet Hoarder, which does not work. Also, by the way, I just got a free gift of estates. The opponent currently has as many lands as I do. Functional hexproof right now. Ain't that the truth? I don't. I'm gonna cast this on Kalia. Like, I don't think there's anything that they could do. Like maybe a Solitude, but if they use Solitude on that, I guess I could have pumped up the Crag. Yeah, I guess that's a thing I could have. Alright, they're at 1. If I had... Oh my god. I forgot that the Crag just, like, turns into equipment and does not take away everything else. For the longest time, I kept reading this and was like, oh, but then it, like, the creature loses all of their effects. No. No, we just punted. We missed lethal. I've completely forgot. I will gladly take all these extra cards though. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep. And then they lose because their silent clearing had to tap in order to use the vanquish of the horde. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I gotta remember that next time. Wow, okay. So we're going out to dinner with the in-laws tonight. And my husband is going to be at the restaurant way before my wife and I are, or even her parents. So I guess he's going to be catching up on some Hero Academia fic. Okay, Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh. This is either Grixis control or it's crimes. There's no in between. This hand... It's so close to being good. If we just had like one more land, the Cavern of Souls means that Kali would be uncounterable. Plus we have a Footfall Creators. But they lovey. Drawbridge, Boots, Selfless Savior. I mean, if we can draw into something that makes this keepable. Let's go ahead. I don't think the life total is going to matter too much against a Bolas deck like this. So here's Lava Spur Boots. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and suit up this Selfless Savior. Backstreets probably gets put out next turn. Let's grab just a black land. Alright, start getting some of that removal going. Next turn, play the Backstreet. Play... Thoughtseize. Yes, thank you. Oh, we're not playing Kali until we have something to swing with anyway, so... I guess Thoughtseize really just gets rid of... I mean... Yeah. That's not a bad play right there, actually, now that I think about it. Definitely take out that... the Stone Ring doesn't actually matter right now. And, like, we can... Now that we know that they don't have any counter magic whatsoever... we're doing all right. Like, they do pull ahead on a land, but we have the fourth land. As long as this isn't like a stifle. Let's see, this is gonna grab our red. Yeah, double white. Grab red black. So that way we have double black. Demonic Council. Hello. All right. So, here's where we're at right now, folks. I can play Kalia, and then next turn, boots her up, and swing with the council. We don't know what this last card is, and they're going to draw another one. We can alternatively use Demonic Council and grab like another draw spell or something to try and like get us further up. But hey, you know what? Time's running out. Let's just risk it for the biscuit. How the game's going? Steady. All right. Is this last one removal? It is not. All right. Oh, I am feeling pretty good right now. let's go ahead and boots up Kalia? Boots up Kalia. Next, we're going to Runescar Demon. Go combat. Runescar Demon, grab Ephemerate. Ah, risking it for the biscuit. Alright, that's Wayfarer Bobble. They have to play Bolas, and they have to kill the Runescar Demon. Alright. Now, I guess they could just, like, plus, but then they die. Exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile... Sure. It's an arena. That is exactly how I want this deck to go. I want this deck to go get Kalia down, successfully, you know, get whatever she summons to stick the landing, and then just, like, ride that to victory. Oh, yeah, I guess they would have to, like, try and hit a Wrath off the top. Tasty, 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 tasty treats. Ooh, I love Demonic Console. Alright, that's gonna wrap things up today. Let's take a quick look. We can actually go ahead and drop in some raids. I need to... I'm gonna try and remember to do it before Monday, where I upload all the decks onto Moxfield, which, hey, if you want to ever check out a deck list that I'm playing, go ahead and do !Mox in the chat, in the Twitch chat there. And if you do, you'll get a link to where the decks and stuff go. It's been a little while since I've updated them. I need to do like an actual update overhaul. I might do that over the Christmas break because there are so many. But say la vie. And then who's currently live? Fish is currently doing Monster Hunter. My fellow V Crumpler. Oh my god, we gotta go hang out with Lila. Oh god. Piss. Shit. Fuck. I was gonna play Final Fantasy with Lila because she was doing her first dungeon today. Well, what can you do? I'm pretty sure they're close to getting there. But I gotta go get ready for the foods. We'll be back on Monday with... No, not Monday. I don't do that anymore. Tuesday night? Yeah, Tuesday night with more magic. We'll see you then. Same hero time, same hero channel. Good night, everyone.